Is Mark in northeastern PA. He's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Mark, welcome. How are you today?
Mad Dog, how you doing, buddy? Second time I called you a couple years ago when Jeter went off the DL, went up in Scranton there, and I told you he wasn't ready. And a couple of days later, he was done for the year. But
excellent. I remember that. Today. Yes. Go ahead. Let me hear.
I'm a police officer at a school in Northeast Pennsylvania. I've been there for 10 years, and what happened the other day is my worst nightmare as a police officer in a school, and I'm sure it is for everybody. But working in school every day, that's the one thing that we always have on our mind, and our school does a great job, I believe. How many
kids go to your? Is it a high school?
Well, we have K to 12. We have 7 different buildings. We have 6 cops in the 7 buildings.
6 cops. How many kids total?
Total about 4,500.
Well, how can
we have about 1,600 kids in my high school? With a middle school, it's attached, and there's 2 of us for 2,200 kids.
Now, Mark, listen, I give you credit. We're going to get to your payment in a second. Can you take care of 2 of you patrol properly a 2,200 kid facility?
Well, we have some advantages that help us. Our classroom doors are locked all times. You can't unlock them. You unlock them, you go in, the doors are always locked. That helps. We have a camera system. We have people monitoring the cameras. I can't protect 10 people for crying out loud, let alone, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how many entrances to the building?
There's a few. Exactly how many off the top of my head, I don't know. There's many. But like I said, we're around the halls. We're in the halls between classes. We're at the entrances when kids have to enter in the morning, in the afternoon. I think we do a pretty good job.
There's 2 of you. Now, who pays you? The police department?
No, the school district. We were hired by the school district.
So you do not work for your local police precinct. You work for the school district.
Yes, I actually left the local precinct about 15 or 10 years ago, and I got hired by the school district.
So they're responsible for paying all 6 of the police officers?
Yes.
They have the money. It's in the school budget to pay for that?
Yes.
Wow. Now, if it works for you, or at least it's a good deterrent, why don't more school districts? They didn't have this organization in Parkland. Why don't more school districts do this?
I think more school districts should do it, and I'll tell you one thing that I think that helps. My officers are in the classrooms. We teach drug safety, like DARE, Too Good for Drugs and Violence, internet safety. We're in the health classes teaching a lot of other subjects, and in that way you get to know the kids. So when kids have problems, they come to you because they feel comfortable with you.
If there is a kid that the school is worried about, does the principal or the superintendent make you aware of it?
Yes, I'm involved with the SAP program, which is a student assistance program. Yeah, we're well aware of all kids who are at risk.
Even kids who may have been kicked out for whatever the reason, like the kid down in Florida. Are you aware of ex-school kids who might be worrisome to the school?
Yeah, I keep an eye on some of our former students. We've had actual threats the last couple of years at our school. And I keep an eye on those students now that are no longer part of our school system. They've been expelled, but I keep my eye on them.
You do?
In the area.
You do. And you've never had a close call? You never stopped somebody from coming in with a bunch of guns?
No, never.
Now, you're not carrying a rifle. If a kid's coming in with a rifle like Wednesday, and you got a handgun, I'm assuming, can you stop him from doing a lot of damage or not?
I don't want to get into specifics, but I have other things besides a handgun, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Does it trouble you that society allows a 19-year-old kid to buy a rifle?
Absolutely.
It does. How about all the ammunition and the magazine clips? How about that?
That's the problem I have. Like the other day I saw on Fox News, a gentleman was saying that an AR is no different than a handgun. Well, with a handgun, you need to be at close range, and you can only carry 10 to 15 rounds. An AR, I can shoot you from 100 yards, and I can carry 60 rounds. There's a big difference between a handgun and a rifle.
Well, what guy possibly said that on Fox? Some gun nut? How could he make that error?
I was watching Hannity, and I can't remember who the guy was, but I could not believe what I was hearing.
And did Hannity correct him at least?
No, he did not.
Wow. Do you rotate buildings, Mark, or do you work at the same building every day?
Nope, I work in the high school and the middle school with another officer. I have officers at my elementary schools. and they're stationed in that building.
Is the local police department, are they jealous of you guys having this kind of job, or are they thankful? What's the local police folk think?
Thankful. I get along great with the local police. What we handle in the schools, like a summary offense, like a minor incident, like a fight. If there's like an assault, somebody brings a weapon to school, or a drug case, we turn that over to the local police for prosecution. So we try to stay in the building as much as possible instead of going out for court and other issues.
So you two work in conjunction properly?
Correct.
Good call, Mark. Go ahead. Last thing.
Hold on real quick. My 10 years ago, we had over 250 incidents reported: drugs, fights, thefts, assault. We're down to under 70 a year.
You attribute that to the police presence?
Absolutely, and being in the classroom, getting to know the kids.
Well, that's a major undertaking. Can every community do this, or is it asking too much?
I think every community should do it.
But you have all the schools in one particular area. A lot of communities don't have that. Does that make it harder?
We don't. Our school district is well spread out. I have a school district. I have a campus with an elementary, middle, and primary school 15 miles away. My school district is well spread out.
So you have 2 cops at that school, 2 cops at other schools, and then your cop. I understand.
I have 2 cops at the 3 buildings. I have another cop at an elementary building, another elementary building, another police officer. And my main high school and one of the middle schools, it's me and another officer.
Mark, great job. Good call. More to do. Kevin in L.A., Mad Dog Unleashed. Kev, good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Great dialogue. Chris, a while back, about an hour ago, you mentioned you asked the question, why is it always a young white kid? What is white? Well, look, I'm 6'4", 280, and I'm an ex-Marine. I shot the M60, the 50 cal, the M16 to qualify, the SAW. If my big black butt goes into a gun store in Alabama, Georgia, even here in L.A., I can't even get out the store, Chris. I can't even get out the door without being arrested. I'll have handcuffs.
So you're telling me this is a race issue now? It's easier for a white kid?
No, it's not a race issue, as we've seen before, but for black folks, it's different, okay? I got to ask you, where did this 19-year-old kid get the money to get this AR thing? You know, I got to get.
How much does the rifle? How much does that rifle cost?
Oh gosh, I don't have it. I wouldn't know. I've been at the service for over 20 years now, but I know one thing: it costs more than what the average guy. You could go underground, or some of these gangs in L.A. do, but for a white kid like that in suburbia, and you brought this up, I'm blazing. I'm arresting the parents. I'm arresting the foster parents. You had to know. And I got kids, you got kids, you had to know that level of, ingenuity. For the lack of a better word, you knew what your kid was doing, as well as the Columbine kid. You know, where did they get the money to get these guns? All right? I would be arrested. I can't even get out the store, Chris.
I don't understand. Yeah, listen, you hate to get on the foster parent. They are trying to do good deeds. But they knew the kid had a rifle, and how do they let the kid in the building, in the house? I mean, if you wanted to do a good deed like that, and you wanted to take in a troubled teenager, you and your wife, and you got maybe kids in the house, you and your wife gonna let the kid bring in a rifle? A lot of layers to this. Well, let's try to enjoy our weekend, huh? Enjoy that NBA All-Star game. I'm not here Monday. I will see you Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Adios.